Do you as a player keep losing due to your stupid decisions and feel like you're not improving? Then let me explain to you what game sense is and how to improve it, making you an overall smarter player. Game sense can be split into three categories: fighting, positioning, and general awareness. To start off, I'm going to talk about fighting. When fighting a player in ranked or in a cash cup, having good game sense means to eliminate a player as fast and as efficiently as possible. There are two ways to fight someone: being aggressive or being defensive. To be the aggressor in the fight means to get initial damage off, enough for them to start trying to pop minis or a big pot, then applying constant pressure while protecting yourself from damage and third parties. Unless you're Peterbot, you should only be taking a fight when it's absolutely necessary, like if you need more mats, ammo, or better weapons. To play defensively means to play off counter damage, pre-fires, edit baits, and using your mats. Playing defensively requires you to play patiently and get damage off, even if it's just a tag. When getting keyed after taking damage, try to make multiple boxes and use them to get heals off. Sometimes players get cocky and try to double swing into your box. That's exactly when you should use pre-fires. Edit baits are also good to get damage off without taking some in return, but you have to be careful as edit baits cause your build to become very weak, making it easy to be taken. The last thing you need to know about fighting game sense is knowing how and when to switch between fighting aggressively and defensively. The best thing you can do to practice this is playing more and getting yourself in uncomfortable situations that once you've played enough of, you'll be able to recognize them in game and you can play much more confidently. Moving on, let's talk about positioning. Knowing where you are on the map and how many players are close to you or in the way of your rotation path is vital to playing for placement. In the early game, you should have a set drop spot with a backup in case you accidentally fuck your drop up. You should also have a loot/rotation path to follow that will get you mobility, max heals, and max wooden brick with at least 200 metal. Around mid game is when rotations start to become more important. Try to stay ahead of zone, especially if the side of circle you're on is going to be congested. Knowing when to pick fights around this time is important as an unnecessary fight will most likely get you killed by third parties, which is no fun. If you're not an above average mechanical player, then you really don't need to have kills until endgame, where almost everyone is in shambles and is most likely less than 150 health. Knowing when to rotate and what path uses the least amount of mats is very important. The best way to gain knowledge of how to rotate is by watching Pro IGL's gameplay and knowing how they decide how to rotate during different times of the game. VOD reviewing your own gameplay is also important and perhaps the best way to learn from your mistakes. The last category to go over is general awareness. General awareness is knowing things like what guns to carry based off of your playstyle, or knowing the meta and paying attention to major game updates that affect the loot pool and the map. Learning how visual sound effects actually work will make you more aware of where players are. You can improve your general awareness by paying attention to the little details in game. That's it for this video. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments, and if this helped you, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.